Welcome to Sea Leg Journey's Sunday evening live event with your hosts, Robin and Chet. And who knows, maybe baby Enzo or Ringo will have a special appearance tonight.
Pretty sure they will.
We would encourage you to participate in the chat and join along with the fun.
That's right. Bring your questions and comments in. We're going to help you find out the things you need to know to make your next cruise the best one ever.
Whether you decide to stay on the ship or get off the ship, a cruise vacation is a vacation of a lifetime.
That's right. We'll talk about excursions, we'll talk about the ports, we'll talk about the ships, and of course, the food.
It's almost showtime, so go grab that snack. The show's about to start.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sea Leg Journeys. It's Sunday night live cruise talk. It's January the 11th, 2026. I'm your host, Chet. With me tonight, of course, is Sensei Rabbit, second degree dirty belt. And he's got some of his little buddies over there and a Conscious Cruiser mug. I don't know what he's drinking over there tonight. I don't think it's water. I think it's chocolate milk. But, you know, he's got this other rabbit friend, Hershey's Quick Rabbit. Hey, thanks for joining me here tonight, though. I don't know if you noticed from my thumbnail tonight, it says ABC Island Shore Excursions. So I want to talk a little bit about the shore excursions here. Of course, we'll talk about whatever's in the chat. Don't worry. We don't get pinned down on any particular thing, but I did want to discuss those a little bit. Aruba, we have picked a shore excursion. Bonaire, we have picked a shore excursion. Curacao, we have not picked one. But we want to look at some of the choices we had and see what maybe you would have picked. I wish I knew how to share that screen. But if you have the Carnival website and you want to follow along with me as we go through this hour, feel free to do that. If you've been on excursions in any of these three islands, as we go through the chat, put them in there, what you liked, what you didn't like, and did you think it was worth the price? Would you do them again? Would you recommend them? That kind of thing. And, of course, the thumbnail, it never has to make sense here at Sea Lake Journeys. Obviously, we're eating there at Brito's restaurant on the Sun Princess. What's that got to do with shore excursions in Aruba? Nothing. I just like the picture. I just thought that was a great picture. You know, the champagne being poured into the whatever that stuff is. And it ends up being a wonderful drink. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful drink. But hey, let's say good evening to 15,000 people over here. That's right. We're using Kenny numbers again here tonight. Thanks for allowing me to use your numbers here tonight, Kenny, wherever you are. And first one in was Lava Baby Shark. Good evening to you, Lava Shark. Just love the cruise drink thumbnail. I got to tell you, Tiffany, that was one of the best drinks I've ever had on land or sea or in outer space. It is definitely one of the best. And Fearless coming in. Hey, Fearless, what's going on? Woohoo! Hey, I wish y'all had been with us on that cruise. There's some epic dining on the Sun Princess, let me just say. And hello. And there's Tom and Terry coming in. TNT's Adventures 2C. Happy Sunday, y'all. Well, I go back to work tomorrow, so not so happy. But we're going to energize you and motivate you, Tom. You'll be ready to go back to work tomorrow. You'll say, oh, I got to get off of this show and get ready to go back to work. But work's going to be great next week. It's going to be fantastic. And, hey, look at my boo-boos. It looks like a big old snake bite now, don't it? Hey, at least I got the Band-Aids off. And You see the other places up here where they just burnt me right there. And there's some over here on this side. There's one over there. There's another one up there. And, of course, my arm. I got the Band-Aid off of that one, too. Then I got this one over here. It's a bubble. The bubble, y'all. Look at that. That's what they did to me Thursday. But, yeah, it's getting better. Hasn't bothered me a lick. Hasn't bothered me. This one right here on my arm tries to itch, and I'll scratch around it. Don't scratch it. Just scratch around a little bit, and then it's fine. Hey, wow, Fearless, long time. Hello. And, oh, that's me. Yeah, before I put my phone on charger, I said, I'm going to go here and say hi because I saw there's a bunch of chat already. I was like, wow, there's people in there waiting for me. It was like 10 minutes till 6, and I was wolfing down the rest of my supper. I was eating while I was watching Carnival Cruise Addicts and trying to be helpful in the chat as a moderator, which the link I put up there, if anybody was checking out the link for Meet and Eye Awards, it's coming up this Saturday. They don't have the link for that show up yet. So I put the last episode of where they're getting ready to do it. So if you get to that, it'll get you to their channel. And it is going to talk about the awards, show you who's been nominated and what the awards are. And that way you'll be right there in the area. So when they do put up the link this Saturday, you'll be able to watch that show. Or when they put up the video, the live. So, hello, me, Mr. Dodd. That was my dad. Happy Sunday from Cruising Chris and Chris. Check it out. Look at that. No clickbait. That's me over there behind that champagne bottle. No clickbait tonight. Antoinette, good evening to you. Happy Sunday to you. Y'all been watching the football playoffs? I guess the Rams have advanced. They managed to pull one out over whoever it was they was playing. I watched the highlights of that one game, and I haven't gotten to keep up with any of the rest of it. But I think tonight I'll probably try to catch a part of the game in there. I'll probably fall asleep on the couch watching it. You know how that goes. Hey, Antoinette, who wants lava wine and lava margaritas? I'll take 2 over here, one for me and one for Sensei Rabbit. How about that? Hey there, Lava Shark. How about the lava smoothies? We'll take that too. Hello, Sea Lake Journey crew from Aaron right there. Good evening to you, Aaron. Thanks for joining us. Oh, yeah. The football playoffs have begun. Exciting stuff. Did your team make it? Mine didn't. My team started off 6-2. They were on fire. And then guess what? They put the fire out. Yeah, the fire went out. I think they only won one more game. Or maybe 2. I don't know. It was terrible. Terrible. And, of course, they had a bit of – that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have cleaned house on the coaching staff except for the head coach, who, to me, everything starts at the top. Everything starts at the top. And sometimes I don't understand why you don't change the top management. You come in here and change these people, and they're just following the lead of this person up here. But that's just my opinion. Everybody's got their opinions, and they're all like, you know what, and they all, you know what. And Scott, coming in from Controversial Cruising, Scott is going to be with me tomorrow and Elisa for the Conscious Cruiser. We got another great episode coming for you tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern. Don't miss it. It's on the Conscious Cruiser channel and also on Spotify. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Right on. That's going to be a fun episode right there, I think. Howdy, howdy. Hello, everybody. And hello and howdy, howdy. That's Adventures with Uncle Dave. Uncle Dave, what's going on? Hope you're having a great evening. We coming in over on the CCA raid as well. We were over there having a good old time. A nice crowd over there. A lot of fantastic, fun people. And thanks to everybody for who's coming over from the CCA raid. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Scott. Yo, Dave. Maggie. I see Maggie right there coming in. Good evening to you, Maggie, on the hashtag CCA raid. I see Danny Dizzle, Super Mod 30 right there. Danny D, what's going on? Hey, Maggie. Hey, Tiffany, hit that thumbs up. We sure appreciate that. The thumbs up do help us get out into the algorithm. And hello. And I'm going to try to catch up here with the chat because I see I got a million comments. And CCA raid from Mandy right there. Good evening to you, Mandy. But, we want to talk a little bit about some of the excursions we're going to do. Now, Aruba, I'll just tell you some of the stuff they had to choose from. And which one would you have picked? Have you been to Aruba? Have you picked one before? Whoa, I went over to a new tab. I don't need a new tab. I got a tab right over here to my left. Aruba's got the Kanuku open air bus and beach break. Guys, you want to ride around a hot island in a school bus with no air conditioner? I don't, and I especially don't want to pay $73 to do it. So I passed over that one. The next one is on an Eagle Beach and Discover Aruba Island tour for $82. And it looks like it might be an air-conditioned van. So that one maybe. But I don't know. I just don't want to sit on a bus and ride around if I can do something else. So they got a Jeep Safari. Have you ever been on a Jeep Safari? I'll tell you what, last time we was in Aruba, we went down to the natural pool, and that Land Rover they took us on, you know, a vehicle usually go this far over before they tip over. Well, that dude had that thing like this, and it didn't tip over. I was scared to death and impressed at the same time. De Palm Island Snorkel Beach, Aqua Park and Buffet. Now, it says it's got 3.5 stars on 15 reviews, but it's $163. So when something costs that much, the picture looks fantastic. I look at the picture here. I wish I could show it to y'all. I'm like, man, I would like to go there. It's kind of expensive, but so I went over and I checked out the comments. And after reading the comments, I decided, no, hard pass. We'll pass on that one. Luxury sunset sail with appetizers and an open bar on a catamaran. That's good, but for $115, you know, I'm looking for something else. Discover Aruba Island tour for $71. That probably is probably a pretty good deal if you wanted to do that. I wouldn't turn my nose up to that. But $71, you know, but it, you know, I think that might be good because it's got 231 reviews and it's still got 4.5 stars and it's less than $100. I mean, at $71, that might be a winner. But we didn't take it. We took something else. But let me come back over here and check my chat real quick and make sure I didn't miss anybody. And we got Shay coming in right there. Hey, Shay, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Talking about excursions in the ABC Island cruise we got coming up in like 89 days. I think it's 89 days, y'all. The payoff day is here. Of course, we did it last week, and we got our excursions booked. And we also watched the Facebook group. We got two Facebook groups, I do believe, and the one is for the Facebook gang, which is going to be a whole bunch of people, like hundreds of people. And then we got one just for the group cruise, which I don't have my paper here, but I do believe it's about 39 people. 39 people coming on the group cruise so far. There are several others that are still looking and trying to make up their mind, making sure they can get their PTO and ducks in a row, because you also have to pay for it. You know, there's no putting money down at this point. Now you just got to pay for the whole thing. So there still are a few more people that looking to come, and we'll see what happens there. But we got a lot of great events lined up, and you don't have to do them all if you come. You can do as many or as few as you want. But we got a kilt night, and guys are going to be wearing kilts, and some of the ladies will be wearing kilts also, or something that matches along with that. We've got, of course, the ship itself has an 80s party and a white party, so we'll be participating in that as well. But then our other group events are going to be, we got a slot pool, we've got a bar crawl, and I wish I could remember everything we're going to be doing. We're going to be dressing up in Care Bear stuff. Yeah, we're going to be dressing up in the kilts, like I say, and we're going to have our group T-shirts. Everybody's going to have matching T-shirts. Who wants them? We're going to make it so you order your own, and that way you get your own size and everything. There will be one particular color. I'll have more details on all this about 4 weeks from now, or probably between now and 4 weeks. About 4 weeks, it'll all be complete, unless something changes on the ship. So stay tuned for more details on that. Watch the Facebook page, Carnival Horizon, ABC Cruise, April 11th through the 19th. So you can check that out. And the Z-Man says, good evening, content creators and Chet and Robin. Right on, Z-Man, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And I know, Z-Man, your team didn't make the playoffs either. Neither did mine. Nope. Started off good and then fizzled. What can you do? A selfie raid from Chris and Liz right there. Hey, good evening to you, Carnival Cruise Addicts. And they've got a big group cruise lined up too, February of 2027 around Valentine's Day. If you're interested in that, contact them and they can tell you when it is. And they don't have a particular travel agent to book on that one. You can book through any travel agent you want. And there's a whole bunch of people going on that one. So you'll get to meet a whole bunch of people there too as well. Hello, Chad. Hey, Chris and Liz. And Zach coming in from Coker Culture. Good evening, Sensei Chet, Sensei Wabbit, Padawan Bear, Buddy, Mr. Peabody Chicken, and everyone in the double Squeaky Dojo. It's a hashtag CCA raid from Zach at Coker Culture. And don't forget, right behind us at 7 o'clock, we're going to go raid, a Sea Lake Journey raid over to his channel to be part of the Nerd Herd. Nerd Herd, y'all. You don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss it. That's for sure. Sensei Wabbit and Professor Chicken, y'all show some respect. That's right. You got to have respect for a face like this, right? Sensei's a little disheveled over here. I need to straighten him up a little bit. He was getting pretty rowdy over here when we was talking about the group cruising ABCs, because he will be going. If you want to meet Sensei Rabbit live and in person, get your picture taken with him. There you go. And we will have group photos on the cruise too, y'all. So Sensei Rabbit will be in that also. Maggie saying, hey, hello, hello. And there you go. A bunch of heys and hellos and hello. And we did the free trolley in Aruba. It was well worth the price. Now, that's a great recommendation, Chris. For low budget people like myself, I can afford free as well. I can afford that. And we did take a little segment of that because, you can get off and on of it. And we thought, well, look at this little train. It's a cute little old train, too. I wish I could show you a picture of it. I don't have my stuff for that. But, it is well worth the price. I agree with that, Chris. And hopefully we'll have enough time that we can hop on that for a little segment, catch a video of that as well, along with what we are doing in Aruba, which is, I'm going to be coming to that here in just a minute. Hello there, CCA. Hey, Jaden. Did I miss somebody? Hope I didn't miss anybody. Pete coming in. Pete right there. He'll be on that cruise with us. Pete, did you get your kilt? Did you get your shore excursions booked? We're going to be talking more about shore excursions. Hang tight. More good stuff. And Jaden at Carnival Cruise Addicts. Okay. What? Double A. Hey, Llama Shark. I'm stunned. I got stunned right there. Okay, yeah. And Fearless says, hey, Danny. TNT. Hey, George. And Kimberly Lovell, thanks for joining us here tonight. She's saying hello to everybody. Ocean to Ocean Travel right here. Bruce is who you want to contact at Ocean to Ocean Travel to be a part of this ABC cruise. And we do have a group shore excursion that we're going to be doing in Aruba as well, guys. And I'm going to fix it here to tell you what it was, where it is. And we're coming right to it. But first on this list that I'm running down is the Atlantis submarine. It's a real submarine, guys. You get to go down, like 100 feet underwater in a submarine. I'm thinking for $126, that's worth the price. Why? Because we did one, not in Aruba. We did it in Barbados, but it's the same submarine. And I know how great of an experience it was in Barbados. Worth $125 if you've never been in a submarine. Just saying. That's one you would pick. We passed it up because we've done it before in Barbados. Got the Aruba, a little old UTV adventure. If you like riding those little dune buggies around, I'm thinking for $178. I've been there and done that. I can pass on that. Now this one here, the 10 best of Aruba, includes a glass blowing experience. $66. I'm thinking, well, that sounds like that might be worth the price. It's got 61 reviews, 3.5 stars. But when I looked at it, the glass blowing only is watching somebody demonstrate it. You don't actually get to try it yourself. I think if you got to try it yourself, it would have been over $100. But if I'm going to go do it, I don't want to just watch somebody. Go ahead and charge me $100 and let me get to do it too. What do y'all think of that? Would you spend the $66 to do a little tour of the island and then watch somebody blow glass, or just rather spend 40, maybe 50 more and actually get the experience of doing it yourself? I'm just saying, have two versions of this. Have one where some of the people just want to see it and get back on the bus and go. Those of us who want to stay and actually get to do it for another $50, that's what I would do. And here's the one we did last time we went to Aruba. It's a 4x4 natural pool swim and snorkel safari. It's $131. We didn't pay that much back when we did it, but I do believe it was right about $100. But now it's $131. And is it worth it? I don't know. See, I've done it. And questions I ask myself when I say, is it worth it? And I've already done it. I say, would I do it again? No, I've done it once. Do I regret doing it and wish I'd done something else? No, I'm glad I did it. I liked it. It was a good experience. I felt like it was worth what we paid then. But would I do it again? No. But it is good enough to do at least once. Then, of course, they got the sail away snorkel and a barbecue lunch here for $118. You ride a catamaran around, have barbecue lunch. Is that worth it for you? Maybe. How about an adult-only catamaran, snorkeling, and floaties for $103? Yeah, that may be more up my alley. If I was going to do something else, I would probably do that. They got a CNC island tour by a bus and a semi-submarine. And what it is, it looks like a submarine. It just don't go all the way underwater. You just get down in the bottom of it, and it's like that ride in Disney World, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You're under the water like you're in a submarine, and you can see all the fish swim by and stuff. But really, if you stuck your hand up, it'd be out of the water. And it's $84. Probably worth the money. It's got 3.5 stars on 69 reviews. The catamaran, sail and snorkel, $77. If you like snorkeling and you like hanging out on a catamaran, worth the money for sure. Aruba's beginner scuba diving. Now, we did the beginner scuba diving in St. Thomas, and we paid probably about that same amount, $159.99, $160. And I'm pretty sure we paid close to that. Absolutely was worth the money. So if you haven't done it and you want to do it, I don't know how to be in Aruba. I don't know if the water's as clear there from looking at pictures, but I'll tell you, it's a great experience. If you've never done it and you want to do beginner scuba diving, that's worth the money. So I would recommend doing it, especially here. They got 38 reviews and they got 4.5 stars. But the one we did, and here's the one we got, it's called the VIP Schooner Snorkel Cruise featuring a private chef. 72 reviews, 4.5 stars for $126. Now I'm looking at $126, and it was long enough. I think it's like 4 hours, and it's a schooner. It's an old wooden schooner. So this is not just another catamaran. I've been on a bunch of catamarans snorkeling, but it's a cool looking old wooden schooner. I've never been on one of those before. I said, I like that. And on the back, it is covered. I mean, the whole back half of the ship is covered, so you'll be in the shade. And it's got like tables and chairs in there. And it's got a bartender and a private chef. Woo! All that for $126. I think it's going to be worth the money. That's why I said, I'm booking this. So, yeah. And that ends up going to be our group event for everybody who's coming on to ABC and wants to come on a group shore excursion. Be sure to book this because it's filling up really fast, y'all. So don't delay. Go ahead and get it done and join us there. We'll be there, and it's going to be awesome. All right, and there's still a few more there, but you get the idea. You get the idea what's going on there. Let me get back over here to the show and say howdy. Anybody I missed? I see Aaron saying hi to Josie Ann. I see Pete saying hey to Coker, and yo, ocean to ocean. And Kimberly saying, hey, Tiffany, hello. And right here we got 41 days till the miracle for Tom, but then 89 days for that epic ABC cruise. And I know Tom and Terry have already booked that snorkeling adventure in Aruba. It's going to be awesome. My goodness, this time goes fast. It's 6:24 already. Good grief. Chris says, Bonaire, we did the golf cart rental from Bonaire Cruisers. Highly recommend them. That's what you need. If I'm looking to do something, I like looking at recommendations. I look at the website and I look at the reviews, and then I listen to people who've been there that I may know, like Chris here. And I was like, okay, so if I was considering the golf cart and I was on the fence about it, this right here would tip me over to the side of doing it. So thanks so much for that, Chris. That's what we like. We like recommendations. Beautiful picture hanging in the background. Y'all like that? That's Sensei Rabbit. That's this dude right here. He ran away from home. He went back up to Seattle. That's the Space Needle up there, you see. And he went back up there to see Bruce and Cindy, but then he came home again because it got cold up there. Hello, TNT. Hello. Hey, Uncle Dave. Okay, we did a private tour of the Curacao factory in town. We also did resort for a day. I see resort for a day. We've done some resort for a days at other locations, and they've always been really good experiences. To me, I think resort for a day is, if you can't find nothing else, that's a good last option, because it's a resort. It's going to be nice. It's going to have clean bathrooms. It's going to be comfortable. It's going to have shade. It's going to have the availability usually of food and drinks, things like that. So you can't really go wrong with that. Go Chargers. There you go. All right. My Montana Bobcats won the state championship. How about that? How about that? Congratulations to them. Hit that like button. Thank you so much for that. I think Paradj did the Cuckoo Canuku, whatever, fun bus tour of Aruba. Yeah, I looked at that, Aaron. I'm like, I know how hot it is in Aruba. I've been to Aruba. It's hot. You ever rode on a school bus? They usually ain't got no air conditioning. If they do, it don't work. And you're sitting there in these little tiny bus seats, and the window about this big, and it's hot, and you're riding around in a school bus. It's not my idea of a good time. I'm going to pass on that one all day long. Just saying. Now, in Alaska, we rode on a school bus like that going up in the state park up there, and I have a video on that if anybody wants to see it. Hey, it's nice and cold up there. You don't need air conditioning. It was quite comfortable. In fact, I think they had the heater on in the bus, because the heater does work in the buses usually, just not the air conditioning. But it's very comfortable, and we had a great time on that. But I'm not riding around the hot desert Aruba with no air conditioning in a school bus. Do y'all have your ABC Excursions book? They're going fast. That's right, Tom. That's why we're kind of talking about them a little bit tonight. I probably have to speed myself up. A blanket. Hey, everybody, from Danny D. Let's go Bears and Eagles. Ooh, are they still in for it? Are they still in the playoffs? They won by 1 point. Whoa. Hola, my friends from Vicky right there at Foodie's Vacations. 5 o'clock Thursday, y'all. 5 o'clock Thursday. I'm going to be at the dance party. Y'all want to dance? Yeah, come on. Come on. You ain't got to be on camera or nothing. You just come on to Vicky's channel right there. You can be live in the chat with all the dancing crew. I'll be there. And me, Sensei Rabbit will be there. Godzilla's going to be there. You don't want to miss it, y'all. Come on, 5 o'clock Thursday. And the governor of Galveston's here. What's up, Rick? Good evening to you, brother. Well, how's it going? Yeah. Here's our shipmate. Oh, okay. I've got shipmate. I've got to get on that more. I just have it and just don't even think about it. Thanks for reminding me of that, Zach. I need to go over there and pin up some stuff over there. Governor Rick. See there? Everybody knows who you are, Rick. Oh, boy. That's awesome. Oh, that submarine is cool. It really is. If you haven't done it, we have a video on it. It was before it became a channel, so it's photographs that we put into video, and we talk about what you're seeing and everything. But it's still, you get the idea. And we did it in Barbados. We went down like 175 feet there. The Aruba one don't go down that deep, but it's so awesome. I mean, you can tell everybody I rode in a submarine. Guys, on cruising, I have rode on submarines. I have rode on camels. I've rode on hot air balloons. I've rode on little twin-engine airplanes over the Arctic Circle. I mean, I've rode on kayaks, bicycles, buses, trains, all kinds of trains. So much stuff we've done through cruising. That's why we love cruising so much, and that's why we're talking a little bit about excursions tonight. The things you can do that maybe you can't do at home or just won't do at home. Don't miss out on doing these wonderful things in life. Put them on your bucket list and get them done. Hey, Rick, I hear your team is playing my team Monday night. Oh, who's playing that? Yo, Eddie, what's going on? Hey, Eddie, it comes on every morning. Guys, he starts off with Jimmy at 6 o'clock on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The rest of the week, he's coming on at 7:15, except for next week, because next week on Tuesday, he's going to be going cruising. Can you believe that? Eddie, you get a squeaky for that. Eddie's going to be hanging out on a cruise ship with Ryan, and I hope you all have a great time. I'm going to try to fill in some of that time for you while you're gone. I haven't put any thumbnails up yet. I've just been, so tomorrow I'll get busy on some of that. But have a great time on that cruiser, Eddie. Hello. Hello. There we go. Word from Brunch and BS. That's second time grands for Bruce and Cindy at 020 as to earlier today. Yes, that's right. Um, we was talking to him about an hour and a half ago, and the baby's knocking on the door. Hello, I'm almost ready to come out. Yeah, almost time. Somebody go get some stuff. Yo, Eddie, Eduardo. He wants to blow the glass. I want to do it. I've never done that. And there are celebrity ships you can do that. You can go in there and they got the guys. They put the water glass on the end of the pipe and you blow through it and it blows it up like this and you spin it around and then you break it off and yeah, it looks fascinating. I want to do it just so I can say I did it. Whoops, eating. Hi, everybody. Hey, Lori, good evening to you right there. Lori Barber, my MSC Yacht Club companion right there. Hello. Happy belated New Year's ocean to ocean. Hey, Lori. Oh, travel with Josiane. Did I say hi to Josiane? Hey, Josiane, just in case I missed you. Hope I didn't miss you. And hey, look at her, Jennifer coming in from Embarkation Nation. Hello, everyone. Awesome topic. We'll be there next week. Oh, I'm going to jump back on it then real quick here. Hey, Linda. Hey, Linda, good evening to you. Hey, Antoinette. All right. Okay, now let me get back over here. So in Aruba, you also got, where'd I leave off? A butterfly farm you can go check out. And Sea Bob Adventure. You go underwater with a mask and you hold on to this thing and it pulls you under the water so you don't have to actually paddle. I have not done that. I'm thinking I may have to do that one day. You got an off-road safari and lunch. You got the Sea Trek helmet dive. Guys, they put this helmet over your head. Your head stays dry, and you walk around the bottom of the ocean, and they hand you starfish and conch shells and all this stuff, and they chum the fish so the fish swim all around you. And if you wear glasses, you can leave your glasses on, put the helmet on, your head's dry. We've done it a couple times. It's really awesome. It is very expensive here, though, $206. We've done it for a whole lot cheaper in other places. So if I'm going to do it, I'm probably going to pick another place to do it because it don't cost that much everywhere else. $206 is a little on the high side, I think. A certified tank dive, if you're already diver certified, bam, they take you out there and let you go for $141. I'd say that's worth it. Sunset cocktail cruise, I would love to do that. And then they got to tell you a Rashi beach break with the Coast Safari. So there's a lot of stuff to do. 35 excursions to do in Aruba right there, y'all. I think there's something there for everybody. I mean, I picked a half a dozen things that I would do, that I can do, and see if I can get Aruba off of this checklist here. Well, I think the internet must be doing something slow over there. We'll come right back to that. Let me say hi to 15 more people right here. Oh, Josiane, hello. Carnival Cruise Addicts, Antoinette. Oh boy, we got a bunch of hellos right there. And dang, I still owe a lava bill. Webby, Coker. Yeah, boy, I've got a lot of chat. Thanks for all the chat, guys. And there's Josiane's link right there. Thanks, Danny D, Supermod, and Backlash Fisherman. Hey, it's Peg Leg Journeys. That's right, Matt. Good evening to you, my friend. Hope you're feeling 100% better, man. You know what? We'll give Matt the double squeakies tonight. Give him some super sonic healing power to get him 100% over his funk that he's got going on over there. Linda, good evening to you. Hey, Embarkation. Hope everyone is well. We're hoping you're well now, Backlash. Chet's shipmate is empty. Is it? My shipmate is empty? I hope it ain't empty. It should have. Oh, man, I better go over and look. See, I got it, but I just don't ever go over. I should have an ABC cruise, and I also got a December cruise on the Star Princess. That's all I've got. I got nothing for 2027, y'all. Nothing. I'm slacking. I've been looking. I'll tell you what, I've spent hours looking for cruises, but we got a budget because, closer to retirement, trying to pay a bunch of stuff off because you can't go into retirement owing a bunch of money. You gotta go in as close to debt free as possible. So the only thing we'll owe on is what we owe left on the house, and that'll be it. We don't want to have no other bills. You know what I mean? Thumbnail slacker. You know what? I think I need a water break, and I'm going to break on the thumbnail slacker comment. And you know what? See, I get my boo-boos fixed. Maybe I need to go to the spa on a ship. Let's visit the Redemption Spa on Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady on Deck 5. It's a full-service wellness center featuring a thermal suite with mudrooms, salt rooms, saunas, steam rooms, hot and cold plunge pools, plus a variety of massages and facial treatments available to you. There is also the Zen Den featuring marbled accents with heated loungers.
You're looking for a massage or like
If you want to look pretty and fit like me, you need to come on down here to the spa, okay? I've done all this treatments. Look at me, I'm 652 years old. Don't look a day over 100, do I? So come on down here to the Redemption Spa on the Valiant Lady and get yourself fixed up. Well, I'm convinced I'm going to go to the Redemption Spa right after this show. How about that? That'll convince you right here. Yeah, Carnival Cruise Act says I got like 3 cruises. That's empty considering how many cruises you've been on. I know. There was a time where I had like 7, 8 cruises at a time lined up, but that's come down. Yeah, we're trying to pay everything, and like the last 24 months we had to buy a new roof. You know how much a roof costs in Florida? It ain't cheap. Our house is over almost 2,800 square feet, so big roof. And then we had to get a new air conditioning unit because it went, and then the pool pump went, and then the chlorinator went, and the list goes on. But I digress. And also bought a new riding mower because the other one went. So yeah, and all these bills, I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to pay all this stuff off. So we're hammering. We're hammering, y'all. We got to hammer fast, too. I think we were booking the MSC World Atlantic January 29th, 2028. I'm writing that down. I'm going to write that down, Bruce. 1/29/28 MSC. That's a 7-day cruise, Bruce, out of Florida? I'm interested. I got to talk the other half until, see if we can loosen up the purse strings a little bit. Oh, we got lucky. Hurricane Ian decimated our roof and we got to claim insurance. There you go. The hurricanes didn't hurt our roof at all, but just age finally just took it out. Yeah. Hey, Will G, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us, Will. What's going on? Will's going to be on that cruise with us too. Doing a little excursion hunting here tonight. So let me see if my wheel of doom is still spinning. What is going on with this thing? Well, I may not be doing anything over here on this here website. It don't want to cooperate no more. Well, I can still scroll. Let's see if I can scroll here. What we got? Will it go past Aruba though? No, it won't. It won't let me get out of Aruba. So I will trick it. I'll get out of it like this. And I'm smarter than the average shower shoe. That's what they used to tell us in boot camp. Are you smarter than the average shower shoe? And I'm like, yeah, maybe. So Bon Air, I'll just tell you right here. Bon Air, we're going to do, I'll get it here, the title of it, so I say it right. Come on, where are you? Uh-oh. Ain't gone, is it? No, there it is. It's the last one. There's 2 pages here. There's 29 excursions in Bon Air. The one we picked is called Wind Trails Land Sailing Adventure. It's got only 8 reviews, but they're all 5 stars. I looked at it and read the comments, and for $105 to do an experience we've never done before, I can't find it anywhere else. I'm like, let's do it. So we're going to find out, and we'll add our 2 reviews to it when we get back. And I think it's going to be a good. And so anybody's coming on ABC Cruise, there's a few spaces left. We're on the second time at 9:45. I think there's only 2 seats left on that one, but there's also an 8:45 and I think a 10:45 also going to that. I mean, they got a lookout point, Eden Beach Club for $75. It doesn't look very good. It's only got 1 review and it's 1.5 stars. So I'm like, sounds disappointing there. Cultural Heritage Discovery. It's only 2 reviews, but it's got 4.5 stars, $75. That's something I don't even know what to say about that one. Adult only sail and snorkel with lunch. 31 reviews, 4.5 stars, $115. That's something I would probably look at if I wasn't already doing what I'm going to be doing. And and again, we got the Best of Bon Air, one of those tours for $80 at 62 reviews, 4.5 stars, probably a good one to do. If you like the beach, they've got a great looking beach here in this picture for $85. And yeah, it says be the first to write a review. So this must be a new beach adventure. Sometimes those you just gotta try it and hope. If you like dirt buggy riding and cave exploration, yeah, that's right. They got a cave there, an island with a cave. I'd be tempted to do that one if I wasn't doing the one I'm doing. But we'll get back down there again today. One day. This is our first time in Bonaire, so I wanted to pick the one that is most interest to me. They got different sailing. They got sailboats down there. They've got more beaches, beach express ferries. You got sail and snorkel off a catamaran. You got mountain trails, a sunset cruise. You got this old Chinese junk looking boat. You ever see those movies from China and their Chinese army from like 1700 is floating out there and it's got these funky looking sails. It looks like they got ribs in them. Yeah. One day I want to ride one of those just so I can say I did. But I didn't really want to pay $105 to do that when I could go down there and ride that little thing that the land sailing. They got kayak adventures, kayak and snorkeling for $75. Might be a little high. And then, they got flamingos down there. So they got a mangrove flamingos and a beach bliss for $65. But on 8 reviews, it's only got 2.5 stars. I'm like, wow. See, I consider those things when I'm looking. I'll try to find, 3 or 4 and then try to weed them out, until I get down to that one that I'm going to do. They got Land Rover excursions, little city tuk-tuks drive you around the city. They got a yacht you can go ride on. They got the great big 4-wheel drive trucks. You can get a private van and ride around and pick your own places you want to stop and check out. Glass bottom boat and the little trolley train. The little trolley train that runs around there. How about that? And they got a Oasis Beach Day. Looks like a pretty nice beach club. And they got an electro catamaran snorkel safari. I don't know what that means, but it's 17 reviews. It's got 5 stars for $100. Something to think about. Mojitos and tapas sunset cruise, small group. That sounds interesting. And you can do a fishing charter down there as well for only $1,100 for the boat that holds 5 people. So you can split it up with 4 of your friends. 5 of you go for $1,100 on a sport fishing charter. It might be worth it to you, but it probably ain't worth it to me. Just say. Okay, now I got another adult-only sail and snorkel with lunch for $115. Probably worth it. Lifestyle city walking tour, and yeah, there you go. So there's plenty to do. 29 results there in Bonaire. It looks like plenty to do. Get back over to the chat, and I'll have one more run at Curacao. Curacao is our 3rd and final stop on the 8-day cruise that we'll be on. And if you've been there, let us know your thoughts in the chat as well. Let's see. Still need the info on the excursions. Oh, Will, are you waiting for me? Did you email me your address? Or is that your address right there? Or can I find you? I know Bruce is going to be sending out some kind of information on the Aruba one, the one I just talked about with Aruba that we're all doing. I wish I could get it through you over here. See you over here. Yeah, hit me an email before we get off the show, and I'll email you the information that way, and you can book it. But I'll run over here real quick, though. I'll tell you what it's called. Will, it is there's 2 pages on the Carnival. Oops, I got to turn the Curacao off, don't I? Let me go back to just Aruba. Aruba has 35 excursions, and it's on 2 pages on the Carnival website. If you go to the second page, I think it's the second page. Oh my gosh, I got lost again. Oh, must be back on the first page. Oh, for crying out loud. Let me go back to the first page. Must be near the bottom. Okay. And there it is. Okay, it's on the first page, left side column, Will, halfway down, and it's called VIP Schooner Snorkel Cruise featuring a private chef. And it's got 72 reviews, 4.5 stars. That's pretty good. And I like it because it's got a lot of shade on that particular boat. If you want to go snorkeling, you go snorkeling right off the boat. If you want to sit on the boat, they got a private chef there to make you food and a bartender. So there you go. You're going to have a good time whether you go snorkeling or not, is the way I looked at it. So that's our group excursion right there, Will. The VIP schooner snorkel cruise featuring a private chef. Yeah, so that's the one you're looking for. And come on and book that thing, because I think it's going to sell out, because I've seen a lot of other stuff already selling out. And so I'll just jump on over to Curacao here real quick. And it's our third and final stop. So they've got a turtle swim and lunch. Turtle swim and lunch. That sounds kind of interesting. I haven't really looked real hard at Curacao yet, but that one's piqued my interest. It's got 68 reviews, 4.5 stars, but it is $135. So I got to look and see, is this really going to be worth $135? They got a Discover Curacao Island tour for $70. Walk around, show you the thing. They've got another turtle snorkel over by a beach for $80. Now that sounds more up my alley. See, got to compare it to. This one's got turtle swim and lunch, and this one's just got the turtle snorkel. Well, I don't really care about lunch. I go back to the ship and eat, especially I'm saving, $50? Yeah, I go back to the ship and eat. Dolphin encounter, $180. If you're into those kind of things. And then they've got an all-inclusive beach resort and aqua park for $135. And, looking at it, it's got some neat stuff. But, man, we got the best water parks in Florida. I don't feel the need to go to a water park, and somewhere and pay $135. When I can look at it, I'm like, yeah, that's not as good as the ones we got here. And, frankly, it's can't even begin to rival Coco Cay. Coco Cay is a rocking aqua park. A full day of Curacao for $87. A tour. Okay, it might be worth it. If you like to walk around, I got a small group walking tour for $35. You got a guide walking around telling you what this is and that is and there is, and no, you don't want to eat there. Yeah, that's a good place to buy a souvenir. That one ain't. Might be worth it. Best of the West, have no idea what that is. $55. Electric Bike Riff Mangrove Park and Chill Beach Bar. 5 reviews, 2.5 stars for $70. Yeah, I'll probably pass on that one. The Hato Caves and Wilmstead Walking Tour. $65. It's got 3 reviews at 5 stars. But when I went there and read other reviews, I don't know why it says only 3 reviews and get 5 stars, because I read some reviews last week and a lot of people complained that they didn't allow you to take pictures in a lot of it. The things that you wanted to take a picture of, you weren't allowed to take a picture of. So I'm kind of like, well, as a vlogger, I'm not going to pay $65 to go walk around. I can't take a picture here of something that, I don't know. It just didn't seem worth it to me despite that. You can go see the flamingos over here on this tour for $75. Then you got a beach escape for $55. We got Curacao Highlights and Mambo Beach for $75. The trolley train tour for $40. It's a little pink train, drives around. You get off and see stuff. They got the ostrich farm. If you've never seen ostriches in real life, $65. You can go see them. We got ostrich farms here in Florida. Coral Reef Semi-Submarine Adventure, $55. That might be decent. The C&C Curacao, it's on a boat for $75. Well, maybe. Curacao Cocktail Hour, adult only. 24 reviews, 4.5 stars for $90. Maybe. I'd have to read more into that, see what's going on there. And they got a bunch of other stuff here. Hiking, snorkeling, all kinds of snorkeling. If you want to do snorkeling, they've got a ton of it here. And they got a 4-wheel drive truck there to drive you around the island. And they got a guided shopping tour. If anybody wants that, $60 though. Sometimes it might be worth it, because sometimes you buy some stuff and you pay too much because you walk down another, city block and you get the same thing for like $10 less. You might end up actually making your $60 back on, not getting ripped off or spending too much. It might be worth it. The guy's probably going to guide you to some of the better places, got the better prices and better stuff. How about Amazonia, the Jungle Experience and Ostrich Adventure? I don't know what that is, but it's $75. Then they got the helmet diving again. And here you go. Here's what I was talking about. The helmet diving here is $115 instead of, what was it, $200 in Aruba? It's $115 here. I would do the helmet dive here in Curacao if I was going to do it. So if you've never done it, wanted to do it, it's going to be a better price here. And from what I see the picture, the water is just as clear, maybe a little clearer over here. Taste of Curacao. They got another beach retreats, more Jeep rides, all kinds of, they got a beach day, an inclusive day pass at the Bondi Beach Club. Beach Club. So you got 34 different excursions right here to do in Curacao. So, I mean, my goodness, you're looking at almost 100 excursions between those three ports that you can book through Carnival. Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot of stuff to do. Ooh, my time is running out. Never been to Bonaire. Booked a cruise for 2027. Tell us what to do. Well, I'll tell you what we're doing, Chris and Liz. We're riding a little land surfing. Looks like a sailboat on land. That's what we're going to do. But there's so much stuff. So much stuff. If you like water events, they got tons of them. If you like, four-wheel drives, if you like beach days, they've got all that kind of stuff. They do. So get on over and check some of that out. Did you book Bonaire through Carnival? Yes, absolutely will. We book all our excursions through the cruise line for a couple reasons. One is, the guarantee to get back to the ship. That's kind of important to us. It's real important to us. I think it might be worth to pay a little extra to do that. And two, if you have a really horrible excursion for whatever reason, there's a chance you can get your money back. You back on the ship and go up there and say, hey, look, I paid $100 for this. This was worth about $25. And who knows, you might get $75 of your money back, especially if, a group of 50 of you went and 40 of you go up there and complain about it, you're going to get some money back. If you do it on third party, you ain't got nobody to complain to. You ain't getting nothing back. And if they don't make it back to the ship, they may say they guarantee you getting back to the ship. But I don't know. I'd gamble the dice with the ship before I would a third party, somebody out here. You know what I mean? It was bookable through their website. Yep, that's where we booked it. Yeah, we booked it through Carnival, Will. We sure did. Yeah, we booked all of our stuff through the ship. We learned our lesson a long time ago. We did a couple things not through the cruise lines in the past, and we won't do that again. We learned our lesson. Yeah. Listen, Linda. Hey, Zach. Got to go set up the Nerd Herd. That's right. Nerd Herd's coming up, and we're going to be leaving here in just a few minutes, too, so we can get on over there and be part of the Nerd Herd. I need to check with Joanna. Not sure she would want to do land sailing. It's kind of a different thing, Will. Yeah, check with her. I've just never seen it before, and that's the only reason I'm doing it, because I've never done it, never seen it. Got to try it. Hey, if you don't do it, keep in mind, I'll have a vlog of it. I'm going to have a helmet cam, my GoPro here, and use any other camera we can as well to get a different angle and see how that comes out. Been here just doing another puzzle. Right on, Tiffany. Hey, Bill, what's going on? Thanks for joining us here, my friend. And CCA, there should be a dino cruise. I'm ready to go on a dino cruise. Hey, Bill. So we've covered a whole lot of excursions here tonight. Which ones would you do if you was us? Which ones do you think we ought to do? I know I kind of rambled fast. I couldn't share the screen up here. That's what I hate, because you're just sitting here looking at me talk, and I'm reading the screen. I don't know how that worked out. I'm sure I will go review this tomorrow and see, because I probably won't want to do it that way again. But I did want to talk about excursions, and in particular the ABC Islands tonight. Will from Together We Travel has a vlog on it. Okay. Oh, is that right? Oh, I gotta check that out, Will. Thanks for that heads up right there. Yeah, heads up. But it's going to be a good time for sure, and we're looking forward to it. We've got all of our things made, unless we do something in Curacao. And like I told you, I saw a couple there that caught my eye. I may want to go check out and see if it's worth the money they're asking for, and if we can throw something else onto our budget. You know what I mean? But we've had a great time here tonight. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We're going to get out of here about 5 minutes early, so you got time to get a bathroom break, and go get a snack and all that. Head over to the Nerd Herd and do a Sea Lake Journey raid. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the thumbs up. And thanks for hashtag replay. Thanks to my moderators. And a big old giant thank you to these people right here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uncle Dave says, I booked only one excursion, and it was through the cruise line. Yeah, I paid a little more, but just the peace of mind of making it back to the ship on time is worth it to me. Me too. Me too, Uncle Dave. I'm not going to be that guy, on some island or some third world country saying, hey, you guaranteed you get me back to the ship. And the guy gets in his boat and says, so what? Sails off, and I'm stuck there standing at the pier watching my cruise ship go away. Yeah, I'm not going to risk that. So, great live. Thank you so much for that, Chris and Liz. Woohoo! All right, guys, until next time, we'll see you around the channel. See you around the channel.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.